Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, well, let's take a look at the collapse in cryptos that we are seeing. Well, at least it's a start of a collapse or a fall, and let's see if this will turn into a massive crash. So we'll take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Now, something that I touched base in the Microsoft video that I just before this, you can check that out on my channel, but I touched a little bit about tariffs that are coming across the globe. It will spread around, and if it continues to happen, right? So there's definitely, look, we'll take a look at the price action is what all we need to know and we need to trade with, right? And we'll take a look at that in this video. But I just want to emphasize that that will add some, volatility in the market, some uncertain movements in the market as well. Like a lot of volatility will pretty much, the stocks being volatile is what a part of uncertain moves are also, right? Because market right now is trying to understand how the global logistics would develop eventually through these changes in the via tariffs that are coming, how things would affect, how the economy, logistics of the trade would be affected. So, well, technically you would think Bitcoin should go up then, right? Well, that's not the case here. Why so? Because as we'll take a look at the technicals, as I said, that's what we need to know. All right, so let's jump right into it, and starting off with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, let's turn on another tool of mine first. So let's turn on that. So we do have a red structure, all right, over here. So structure has turned bearish on Bitcoin. We also lost that demand, one of the zones of a potential area there where we did find some bounce again, but eventually it broke the structure, right? So yes, we are full on bearish, and right now I'm not seeing it even slow down in this next zone, right? So where's the next potential zone? That is this $91,000. So looks like Bitcoin is coming down there because we are not seeing any price action hold at this demand zone area. Now this demand zone had its importance earlier when I talked back then about it when the structure turned bullish there as well, right? So let's turn on my tools real quick again. So you can see this is where we turned bullish again, went for the retest. Now it couldn't break to the all-time highs, and thus, and as I just showed you, structure has turned bearish, and that's why I say keep taking partial profits in the extensions. And you can also see in the price action over here how much amount of consolidation we had, and then once we lost the structure to the downside, yep, it's a sell-off, right? So definitely it could result into a massive double top on Bitcoin, provided if it loses 91,000 as well. Is that going to happen? That's too early to say, but is it coming down to 91,000? Well, that's the direction it is in. So as if we lose $91,000, that will be a loss of a structure, and that this will become like a full-on top on this whole Bitcoin run-up that we have had. So November, pretty much during the election results time, that before around that we see these run-ups. So definitely keep an eye on 91,000. If any bounce comes there, take it as a bounce. That will be only until 96 though. That will just be a bounce though for now. And if we get above it, sure, that's great. But right now I'm not seeing any sign of that. There is also a possibility that this very candle can get bought back up, but for that you will have to look at the lower time frame, hourly interval, where the structure would turn around or will consolidate, like the wicks forming. But so it's overall is bearish right now, guys, unless I'm not seeing some consolidation happen here of a good amount. It's just not going to be bullish, and as we now stay below this 97,000 as well, it has, as I said, a room to continue down to $92,000 on Bitcoin. And as if we lose $92,000 or $91,000 area, that opens up the room for it to trace itself back all the way down to 200 days moving average, wherever that would be. So Bitcoin is not looking great. It's in the sell-off. All right. Ethereum. So Ethereum, I provided you this trend line, that with that trend line and that blue box, if we break out above both of those in a good candle close, that will change the structure to the uptrend on this, a good move to the upside. We never got that, never closed above the blue box, rejected around the trend line. And also if we have access to my tools, turning on the structure, we turned red and remained red, and we are still bearish right now on Bitcoin. There's still weakness, just not weakness, actually it's bearish. Is there any sign of bullishness? I'm not seeing any sign of bullishness. Is there a possibility of a rebound? Most likely, which will be right around this area where it is at, pretty much to 2754. If any rebound comes, that will be just a rebound though, only until 3030, because technically it's still in the downtrend. We have lost this structure that it tried to hold at the top of the demand zone with a flush candle, so we have lost that. And for if we do a rebound, we'll have to see at hourly interval where we start to consolidate and structure on the hourly interval, or 4 hours turns bullish. Right now on the hourly interval, what am I seeing? I'm just seeing a sell-off. Well, it's trying to, just right at that demand zone, it's trying to get bought back up multiple times, but it's in the downtrend. It's still selling off, right? Like, you only have any hope of rebound right at this area, but you will need to wait and see where the structure would turn at least a little bit of bullish. Just have access to my tools. This will, right now it's just red. I just turned on the structure. We are just red. So there's not even a sign of a rebound. There's no green structure down there. If any bounce come, keep an eye on this zone, but this will only result in a rebound if the structure consolidate here and we start to go a little bit up. So, but it will take its sweet time. We are just bearish in the downtrend. So, and as if, let's say, Ethereum loses 2754, then we are looking at 23 and 74. So that's that. All right, XRP. Where is XRP? Here we go. So XRP, well, we lost the blue box, $22.97 area. And that was the area I mentioned. Once we lose it, it's going to sell off, cool off. We did find some support first few times, but we didn't have enough strength to break out to the uptrend. And that's where the problem is. Let's turn on the tools. So where did we turn the structure red and bearish? Right over here. And that means weakness came in this, and you can see we are already collapsing. My tools will give you signals ahead of time, so you know where the weakness is, where the strength is. If you need access to my tools, links are in the description below. There's also a discount if you are interested. All right, so XRP seems like it's kaboom right now. If any bounce has to come, okay, we don't need this old triangle. That was a really good, awesome breakout play we played back then. Right now, I'm not seeing any sign of even a stabilization. Technically, these were the areas where if it would have stabilized a little bit, that would have been fine, but it lost those. There was one time candle, but that was it. Couldn't hold though then, and then finally crashing. And right now I'm not seeing any consolidation. I'm not seeing any support. As if it continues to fall, you can watch $1.98. If this tries to hold or price action tries to consolidate here, and if it doesn't do that, then we are coming down to $1.28, 200 days moving average. So right now it's like a falling knife. Don't try to catch it. See where it even tries to stabilize. If it does, on hourly interval as well, it's a clean bloodbath. There is just downtrend, no uptrend. I can even turn on my tools. It will show you everything red. Everything is red right now, guys. You'll have to wait even for any rebound. Structure needs to turn green. Yeah, it's just brutal sell-off right now. Anyways, so quite an interesting take on the cryptos now suddenly, right? One time they were going up, now they're going down. So that's all the game is. It's all about price action, right? So, all right, guys, that's all I have, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.